everyone, it's Nana, Foxy Mama 365. We're back again with the Real Housewives of Potomac. Season 5, episode 9, the tipping point. Yes! Drag me, Monique! Drag me, Monique! Yeah, we've gone from drag me, Monique to yeah, I'm getting dragged, okay? Monique, you're wrong. Let's just get that off the top. Monique, you're damn wrong, and I'll tell you why. Ashley had just finished explaining about all of that bullshit, and then of course Candice comes in and is trying to chime in about where Monique and her are, and she's saying, oh, I love Monique and all of that, even though Monique was falling asleep. And of course they keep on from there, in which she's like, asleep? What are you talking about? I wasn't sleeping. Yeah, as I was leaving you were falling asleep. I'm woke. No, you were sleeping. And like, well, you wouldn't know anything. I was exhausted. I was tired because you don't have kids. Oh, child shaming and everything, or kid shaming, and it goes on. And then of course Candice keeps yapping her mouth. Now, if Candice is just yapping her mouth, that is all it is. You can actually just stand by and watch her yap around, or if you can't go toe to toe with her, let it go. But then you now see where they get kind of right on, still standing, and of course Monique starts flicking her hair. The right there is assault. You shouldn't touch anyone. You shouldn't spit on anyone. She says, oh, stop putting your finger in my face. Your hand is in my face. Get your hand away from me. Do you want me to drag you? Drag me. Are you gonna drag? Yeah, you want me to drag you? And vroom. Now Monique is trying to say, oh, there was something thrown at her. That's a lie. Nothing was thrown at you. You probably don't remember. You thought something was because Candice was still holding her glass, and Wendy was kind of in between both of you. So it wasn't, so pretty much, any which ways, Monique is going, whoa, 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 let her go, Monique. No, you get let go of me, girl, let go. And she's like, whoa, and what I noticed at this point is Giselle and Robin. Giselle tried to kind of get in to try to kind of hold Candice back, but Robin pretty much was just smiling and observing and didn't do anything. And that's the kind of, you know, you're thinking that, oh, are those really your friends? Those are not friends. Monique, Giselle, and Robin ain't your friend, okay? So at this point, they're trying to get Monique off. Eventually, they're able to pull Monique away. Candice also tries to hit back. I think she might have gotten one or two, but at this point you see that, listen, Monique ain't having it. Monique, you are wrong, because that girl wasn't that close to you to where you could say, yeah, she was actually in your space or in your bubble. Yeah, her fingers might have done that, and you could have just, you know, like said, hey girl, this is my bubble, this is my side of the table, stay on your side, talk all the smack you want to talk, but so long as you don't get into my, and she wasn't really in your face, so you didn't need to do that, quite frankly. And I say that also because Monique, had that been Robin, you wouldn't have done it. Because I remember when you guys were doing with the umbrella thing, you didn't do anything because you know Robin would have dragged you too. So stop. Just because Candice is petite and small, don't mean you need to, you know, drag her. So I thought that was a bit of a bullish mood. I don't even think you would of course you wouldn't even try with Wendy, who you don't even know. You know, but I just thought that was kind of that was a bullish move. I thought that was just wrong. Monique, you are wrong on that for sure. However, Candice, this is what happens when people like you, who are like 4'9" or 5'1", keep talking smack. When you know you can't, you just know you ain't from, and now you're like trying to, oh, where's Monique? So of course Monique has left. She's gone to the bathroom. They're able to pull her out, and now you want to try to act ratchet. And where's Monique, girl? Where's the Red Hood rat? And I'm like, oh, girl, you want more? Candice, girl, people like you, like Kenya Moore, talk a lot of smack, thinking that everybody in the world is sane. But guess what? There is that 1 minute or 2 minutes of insanity, which was where Monique went. However, I also thought, like, if it had been anyone else, she probably wouldn't have done that. So that was why I was pick on someone that is like, you know, at your size, or like, you know, Candice obviously can't fight. Come on, she's from the beauty world. So any which ways, the ladies have managed to get them apart. Monique is saying, yeah, she's been talking all kinds of smack, and now is my time. I'm gonna kill that girl, and da 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 da. She's going on. Candice is saying, I'm okay. I'm still pretty. I'm still pretty, bitch. Luckily, your wig. Are we still filming? Yeah, camera is still rolling, girl. I'm still pretty. So it was It was so ridiculous. But you guys can also miss me with that BS of, oh, that is Miss Wendy the next day trying to say, you see, that is why they don't give people like us seeds, because they say, oh, we behave ratchet, and we're, bitch, stop. I went back into looking at different Real Housewives and fights and all of that. Of course, there were not that many physical altercations, but I do also I just remember Danielle Staub pulling Marge's hair last season. You know, it didn't go beyond that. But I know they always like pour wine, and of course there was also that infamous fight with Joe Giudice and his brother-in-law Joe Gorga. But pretty much the ladies rarely do, and of course there's the famous hair pull by Kenya Moore and Portia, you know, which led to Portia leaving the reunion early, but luckily she didn't lose her space. Now, the next day, the ladies are all, of course, talking about the fight, sharing it with their spouses. Candice is very upset about it. But in the car, hold on, let me get back to that. I didn't finish the fight. So Monique is trying to get back out to go finish this fight, okay, to go give, you know, Candice the entire, ouch! I can't even. So of course, we still see Monique trying to get back out, trying to get back into the fight, and one of the executive producers or someone is holding the door and is not letting her in. At this point, the other ladies on the other side are trying to ask. She's like, what happened? What the hell? What, how? The whole place is shaking. What happened? And the ladies are trying to say, oh, Monique is wrong. Some of the ladies at this point, pretty much Giselle and Robin and Wendy are saying, no, Monique is wrong. While the grand dame is saying, no, you guys, you can't, you know, throw someone under the bus right now. I'm going to go check on my friend, okay? So she goes to go check on Monique, but they're not letting her in because they really don't want Monique to come back out, because Monique is really charged and she's literally seeing red, okay? So at this point, you're like, Candice, girl, you better flee, okay? You better run. Yeah, you better run for your life, girl. Oh wow. So in the car, and Candice is saying, why do I need to run? Why am I being, you know, taken away? Baby, you need to go, okay? For your life, okay? This is gonna be, we just don't want any more. So she gets into the car, and at this point Monique is like, okay, I'm just gonna go look for her the other way. So she comes out, and I think as she comes out, she literally sees Candice sneaking away. And she's like, bitch, Monique starts to charge. And we're like, girl, what the hell? Wendy's like, what in the world is going on? Monique, well, luckily they're able to hold her off, and they're like, she's trying to get to Candice, but they're able to hold her off and say, no girl, she's gone. So they drive off, and of course in the car, we see Candice telling the story. Now, at this point, she's no longer that feeling good. It has kind of hit her that, hey, what just happened? Did this thing really just happen? So she's talking to Chris, and she's telling Chris, oh, she's so embarrassed, you know, that this should never have gotten this far. She doesn't even know why. Of course, not a few minutes after Candice, Monique goes into the room and is talking to some of the ladies, mostly Karen and Ashley. Because at this point, there's a divide, right? For Candice, we have Wendy, obviously, Giselle, and of course, what's her name again? Robin. And Ashley and the grand dame are pretty much speaking up for Monique. Monique is telling them, don't bring this girl around me again. This girl has been asking for it. She's been asking for someone. She's been baiting me, and now she got it. So you guys don't ever bring her. I'm going to kill her. And I'm like, ooh, child, Monique, ooh, ooh. So we now see the other ladies, of course, talking about it. And like I said, Wendy missed me with all of that BS. Like, I don't want to hear that nonsense that, oh, this is ghetto, we're from the ghetto, so we don't fight. Like, most of the time, pretty much, I totally am against violence, totally. However, you know, like, when it does happen, sometimes things just happen, and, you know, which is why we say, girls, you know, if something, just try to die, you know. I wish Monique had stepped back and just left Candice to keep talking and acting the jackass, but now it's, you know, escalated. But however, I just feel it's wrong for the ladies to start acting like, oh yeah, like they're not exactly like, oh, we can, this is so beneath us. Robin, of course, and Giselle are also talking. Whew, child, bravo people, kudos for showing us all of this. Yeah, because sometimes this is reality. I mean, this is really what happens in real life. Sometimes, are we dignified or happy about it? No. Do we like to? No. However, it is what it is, okay? So, moving on. Karen and Ray get to doing some kind of meal. They're going to try to do some kind of mediation or try to do, I don't even care. They're having a meal together and they get to cook cooking and all of that. I don't care. Monique is telling Chris about the fight, and at this point she's still kind of like, no, I don't really, like, she's told her own side, and her own side of course is trying to justify it by saying, oh, she doesn't remember she was flicking the hair and then she thought Candice threw a drink in her face. That's a lie. No one threw anything in your face. You just decided to pull this girl's wig and, you know, try to get the wig off her. And everybody kept on saying, girl, stop. And you just won't let go of the wig, okay? But I think at a point, there was a lot of glass. But I don't know if really, Ashley, if Candice threw the glass. I don't think so. Because I know Miss Wendy was kind of in between them, so I don't see how that could have happened. But obviously there was a mess. The tables were turned upside. Oh, it was such a mess. Of course, we see Chris saying, no girl, this is not right. It's beneath you to be doing this. You guys can't be fighting. It's embarrassing. Yeah, sure, true. But it's been a long time coming. She's been talking a lot of smack, and now she's gonna get it, okay? And she felt threatened. I don't believe that. That's not true. You were not threatened. The girl wasn't that. I mean, yeah, she carried a knife and she had the glass, but she didn't in any way like do anything to really threaten you. I'm not buying that, Monique, anyways. But I still think if you were bullying. I just think if you had been any other girl, you probably wouldn't have dragged them, you know. But anyway, she's done. She doesn't want to see Candice. Candice is saying the same thing, even though she's not concussed. She's feeling okay. She doesn't have to go see a doctor, but in case she begins to stagger, okay, call 911, okay? So of course everybody's not happy about what's going on, but it is what it is. Like from time to time, things happen. Candice is saying she's apologized so many times to Monique, so she doesn't really understand why Monique is still so mad. Like, why is she so angry? And I think it's a lot of pent-up anger. Pretty much this anger might also not really have been for Candice. It probably was also directed towards Charisse, who has been saying a lot of stuff about the trainer and Monique. That's my guess. Anyway, the ladies, Giselle and her kids are heading to Atlanta to go open their new Arizona restaurant. Giselle is meeting up with her dad first and talking about a chat with him and let him know what the situation is between her and Jamal. And of course he says, But before that, she lets us know that her dad is not a fan of Jamal. Hasn't really been, even from when they were dating, from like the year way before they even got married. And he didn't attend the wedding. See when people say when an African proverb says, what an adult will see sitting down, a child cannot see standing up. In other words, Giselle's dad kind of saw it from afar that this guy really wasn't good for his daughter. At any rate, he said, well, if you're happy, I'm going to give you my blessing. And I believe that this probably was what Giselle wanted him to say. Okay, she must have told him, Dad, this is, be nice, play nice, okay? So he did say, okay, no problem, her blessing, so long as it's going to make you and your girls happy. Good luck, okay? Michael and Ashley get to a tete-a-tete also, and Ashley's saying, okay, what really happened? How have we been this far? I mean, can you keep your pants, your dick in your pants? And she wants a post-nuptial agreement to protect her and Dean. Good girl, go for it, girl. But I don't know why you're having another child though. But it's your child, it's your beeswax. Good luck. So the restaurant, there's going to be, the girls are having a walkthrough, which is kind of neat. So they're going to kind of have some kind of jobs, being able to serve, help around with the restaurant. Yeah, it's cool. But of course, they asked Giselle, how many kids does Jamal have? Ooh, I will not be speaking on them, okay? I promise myself I won't be doing that, okay? It's not fair to them or their mothers, okay? Ooh, child. Now, I was always thinking that it was just one kid, but apparently he's got a few, because she said mothers. She said the kids and their mothers. Oh, child. Jamal, Pastor Jamal. You've been busy, boy. Anyways, so I was just wondering too, would the other kids get to share the restaurant? Would they get shares too? I'm just asking the questions. Karen and Ray, they're going to have a sit down with some therapist who's going to talk to them, and of course she goes to ask straight away about the intimacy, and Ray's like, girl, it's going to take a hurricane for this thing to get going, okay? Before the wind will blow and I'll be there. Boy, ain't you heard of Viagra? Child, bye. Anyway, they get to talking about what really is missing in their relationship. Karen wants more love and more affection to be, you know, for him to honk at her from time to time, and Ray wants her to cook and do more, and you know, her attention is more towards the business, and I don't really get that, you know. So they're asking, are you guys still in love? Karen immediately says, yes, I love Ray. Everybody knows it. Ray, do you love Karen? Not really. Sometimes I think I am, but I'm not sure. And Karen is like, what? I think Karen is in shock, and I'm thinking, okay, girl, you didn't know this? When he couldn't tell you I love you? Bye. But anyway, Karen is like, I can't understand. This is after the therapist has gone. She can't understand how Ray can't just say he loves her and he's not sure. And Ray's trying to explain it, and obviously, I think Ray is actually trying to get back at Karen for something. What it is, we really don't know. But 1 + 1 is not adding up as 2. And it can't be just because she's not cooking for him or she's not there for him, because at this point he can go play his golf, he can do his, I mean, he's literally retired, he can go, like, I don't know, but there's something Karen and Ray are not telling us that is going on. That's my opinion. But Karen goes up to her room and she's literally in tears and she just can't breathe. She's like, I can't breathe, get the mic. Oh girl, I'm sorry. I appreciate Karen showing us this side of her relationship, because this is real TV. I like this, okay? So the church and the opening of the restaurant, at least one thing the church is they're going to be sure that the church members are going to be there, okay? They will definitely be serving food to the church members after church on Sundays, okay? Well, during the girls, Giselle's girls are helping out in the restaurant, and they're very excited about it. They get to say thank you to their dad for doing this. Giselle's dad is there as well, and they want to have a conversation. So after dinner, the girls are whisked away back to work. Dad gets to sitting down with Jamal. You can tell it's a little awkward, and Dad is like, you know what, oh, if you guys are happy, I'm happy you're doing this for the kids. And Dad is like, I'm out, okay? You can tell her dad is having none of it, so he's like, look, I'm out, take the mic, I'm done. So Giselle is asking him, I thought you were going to ask my dad, Giselle's asking Jamal, that is, I thought you were going to ask my dad for my hand in marriage. And Jamal's like, girl, no, we still have hoops, loops, rivers to cross, okay? And at this point, we heard the camera saying, her dad, still mic'd, probably he doesn't know how this thing works, that they will still keep the mics on, okay? And her dad is saying, that this is not the man for, she wants to do this again, that what, this guy has what, 6, 7 kids, baby mamas, and we're like, oh child, Jamal's been busy. I thought it was 1 or 2, 6 or 7. Ooh, child. Well, Giselle, you don't need, her dad is like, you don't need to be going around this again. We'll see how it works out. Well, this is probably the reason why Giselle didn't want to let us know how many. Next week looks like it's going to be interesting, in that the ladies are going to be bringing their opinions to Monique. They're going to have a sit down again, and they're all going to like rehash the fight, what happened and how it happened. I see the ladies being really judgmental to the point where Giselle is actually trying to say, I don't need you to be around us because I don't know what you're capable of doing. I'm like, girl, you're not going to throw someone away because they made one mistake, or like, no, not me. Nah. I think, well, we'll see what happens next week. But bravo, people! Kudos to you guys for showing us real reality and not, you know, cutting the fight out. It was kind of good to just actually watch it happen, and it didn't, I mean, nothing much went down. Like, nobody was hurt, but somebody could have easily gotten hurt because there was glass everywhere, and you just really never know if someone had a table knife and all. You just never know. So rather, you know, walk away when you can, you know. But I still believe that Candice wrong for all that smack she been talking. However, Monique didn't need to drag her. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to share, be sure to like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, okay?